I'm Hitler. I'm in a bunker. It's the end of the war.
Oh, there it is. Lord. Skimmer is great. That's fine. Yeah, I lived there for a long time. I'm from Auburn, which is even worse. It's like on the way. It's like a half hour northeast of Sacramento. It's like on the way to Oh, you guys can hear me? Oh yeah, what's up, y'all? That's me. Skimmer.
Hello. God damn it. So, yeah, no, something's really wrong. Something's always wrong. Something's always wrong with the audio. Like, I think they heard you talking about your darkest secrets, being from Auburn.
Yeah. Darkest time.
Oh, darkest Auburn,
Darkest Auburn of my soul.
as it's known. Skinner, thank you for being here, man.
Of course, it's my pleasure and my honor, and it's awesome to talk to you. You have a very pleasant, cheerful voice.
I'm a very
know.
pleasant and cheerful person. I mean, you know that.
Yeah,
you know
I mean,
that
well,
much.
I
You know that much.
Yeah. I know that. That's where my knowledge begins and ends.
Yeah, I mean, we
And-
don't know each other that well. I think we know each other mainly through some, you know, an awareness of each other's work. And I've you know, run into you at conventions and been like, hey, I like what you do, and you go, thanks, and then you know, you're mobbed by people who are all after your nuts.
Yeah, I'm mobbed by bizarre old balding men who have never left their house except for they heard I was going to be somewhere.
Hold on, is there no sound? Is there no sound?
Oh, can you hear me? I can't. I mean, I can hear you.
I don't know. Oh, okay, wait. Can people hear what we're saying?
I don't know it.
Okay,
There is sound.
Q-Bomb says there is sound. Sound is fine, but I don't think there's bloops. You know, like when people subscribe or if they throw money at me because I'm dancing, because they like how I'm dancing. Usually it makes like a little bloop sound. But
Are you? Yeah, I mean, bloop on, baby. That's what I say.
but there is no bloop.
It's a bloop-free situation.
There is
brother.
no God and there is no bloop. Hold on, let me see if
There
I can.
is no God to bloop you into oblivion.
Try blooping. Someone right now, try blooping. I think. I see if I fixed it.
We live in a bloop.
Oh shit! Not even sound effects. Oh
We need
shit!
'em now.
Oh shit! Also, you know what? No puppets. Uh-oh.
Everything is a miss.
Oh shit! What the fuck? What the fuck, OBS? Nicky Smalls, thank you for gifting all those subs. I'm sorry that they didn't come with any bloops. Oh man, we can't not have puppets. The puppets were just working. What did we do? The puppets literally were just working right before we went live, and then everything went to hell? Oh, wait. There we are. All right, so okay, that was me. That was on me. Here, say something. Make sure that...
It's on you, dog.
Fuck yeah. I think, you know what? You've got a pretty sweet puppet.
So that's me over there, the pumpkin maggot. What is this? Some kind of pilgrim insect. No, it's a pumpkin. It's the spirit of the haunted pilgrim, the haunted pumpkin. It's Sam Hain, the pumpkin worm.
There's a lot of Sam Hain in there.
That is cool. I like this. This is what I see myself as.
I try to capture everybody's like dream version of themselves. So generally what we do is we draw ourselves in the little, you know, the little box above our names.
This is what I do look like. No wonder my parents both left to go get cigarettes, and they never came back. They never came back to see little pumpkin skin.
That's what if that's what they named you. If that's
A
what
demonic tapeworm, pumpkin maggot pilgrim insect. It's I, pumpkin maggot pilgrim insect. To help you. Listen,
parents don't name their kids. There's not enough cool sounding names. Like that would be a fucking badass name. I think you'd get shit growing up, but then you'd get to a point where you just appreciate how much cooler your name is than everyone else's. All of that.
Pumpkin skin. Well, no, when I was a little baby, my mom, because people call their kids pumpkin.
Yeah.
Look at pumpkin, my little pumpkin. And then she called me pumpkin skin, and then Skinner. Like that's how the name came up, kind of.
From
I think.
pumpkin skin?
Yeah, from pumpkin skin.
What
But you know
was-
what's so? I don't know. It's embarrassing, but it's also that like, it's like I'm split between telling people that it is sort of an amalgamation of like just goofy dumb shit people call their kids, and then also the embarrassment that I feel that people think that I would have like chosen Skinner as an art name or something like.
Yeah.
Like I think people go, "Oh, so that's your art name? You chose that?" And I'm like, "No, good Lord, no! I did not choose Skinner."
It comes from a traumatic degloving incident you had when you were like 6.
Yeah, definitely. It's Skinner's. Yeah, it's not good. It's a bad story. Let's just say this. In the backwoods, Appalachia, where I come from, the first thing you ever have to eat is your own foreskin. It is unfortunate. It is a bad thing, and it doesn't taste good.
What a fucking initiation.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
no,
you know,
don't be kidding. I didn't know if that was true or not. I want to believe that.
know.
I want to believe
If
that.
I was the president, the first thing I would do would be like make the Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, eat all the foreskins.
Did you call him Wayne the Rob? Did you call him Wayne the Rob Johnson?
Dwayne the Rob Johnson. No, but listen, but I want to say this. When I was living in Sacramento.
Oh shit, Sacramento.
I lived in Sacramento, and I would go to the comic book store, and I saw Johnny the Zombie. I saw Johnny the homicidal.
The names Rob, Dwayne the Rob Johnson, and Jommy. Jommy. Oh, dude, I gotta draw Jommy.
Wayne the Rob Johnson. No, so I saw it and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And it's interesting because it was very immediately I could tell that you were super funny, but that there was also this sort of what felt like a very real, maybe veiled autobiographical depressive state to it too. And I was like, I didn't know, because I've been really crushingly depressed my whole life. That's but that's why I'm feeling better now. I got on Prozac and stuff, but I mean,
You on the Zach?
but I wonder. Yeah, I'm on that Zach, dog.
You on that Zach?
But I was like wondering, did you? I mean, like I know. Oh, you're drawing now. We're drawing. Okay.
Well, I was drawing Jommy. I was drawing Jommy.
Zombie.
And you got to see where I'm drawing this little arrow. That's where you got to draw your face first. It's the ceremonial drawing of your face at the start of the stream.
Okay. So in here.
Right down there, where I drew that little arrow.
Okay. But anyways, like, because I actually was really into like gothic music and industrial music and all this shit, and in high school, and I was like, dude, this guy's like understands so much about this stuff that I felt like, wow, I relate to this person a lot. This is interesting. So, god damn it, dude, I don't know what I'm. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, I'm like moving this around, but anyway, so I thought it was cool.
Dude, that sounds like that. So you saw that shit when it was like new,
Fresh,
wow,
brand new.
Like what store? What store was that? Like what was your comic shop?
In downtown Sacramento. It was. Wait, why did I give myself hair? I do not have hair, by the way.
You don't have to draw yourself. Like draw the you that you know.
The draw Nuki. I see myself as a little Nuki. No, so yeah, I remember it was coming out. So I think it was it Comics and Comics? No, it was something. I don't know, but there was like an excitable kind of cool nerdy guy named Jason that was working there. And I was like, oh, I really like this stuff. I mean, this was when like Hellboy was like kind of picking up steam and shit, you know?
I got into Hellboy like really late, which surprises me because I would see that stuff on the shelves, and I would love the look of it, just all the hard contrast stuff. Because I was coming off of like that's everything I did, like from high school. was just hard shadows and me with like my repeatograph pens and just everything had to just be super high contrast. So I would see like Mignola's stuff. Is it Mignola? Is it Mignola? I don't think I've ever had.
Like Mignola. I don't know. I guess if it's French, it's Mignola. But if it's
Mignola, or is it Italian?
It's Italian. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's cool. He's cool,
dude. He's amazing. He's just.
But I don't know. I was like, dude, this shit's fucking awesome. And like, there was so many little side jokes and little. And it's interesting because you have such a very unique sense of humor that I think that there's nothing like it, really, actually.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I don't know how much of the insane stuff that was in Johnny the Homicidal Maniac that you could have taken over to like Zim or whatever, but but I mean, like, not much, but I think that your sense of humor could be less. It could have like some of the darkness extracted, and then the humor and stuff. You know, funny. Like, I could see how it would work.
I mean, you know, that just comes from. It just comes from what I think is funny. Like, I wouldn't look at Zim and say that it was all in the same world as Johnny, but it's definitely coming from my head, and it's just. That kind of behavior is just.
See, look at these in these Hot Topic boots you gave this dude.
It's just his boots, man. He didn't buy them on Hot Topic.
Yeah, he did.
I
have this. So I've been writing this sort of weird script about a movie I want to make, and like one of the scenes, the kids are trying to fight off. It really makes fun of Gen X stuff, and one of them is like, you know, those giant insane Marilyn Manson fucking Rob Zombie boots with the big straps and the metal pieces all over.
Bob
you know
Zombie.
Exactly. You're drawing them right now. I don't know if they're Rob Zombie. They're more like, they're totally like, you know what I'm talking about. Those big ass boots. They're like
just chunky
metal.
Industrial boots.
Chunky industrial boots. and fucking. The idea is that like they use them, they like swing them around like a club.
You could.
Yeah, because they're so insane.
Like there would just be like huge metal
swing
buckles.
Them around and hit zombies in the head and shit with them and stuff because they're so brutal. But anyway, so you were doing.
I like how you're on here and we're just talking about me.
That's all I want to talk about. I don't
care
about. I'm tired of it, but no, because I have questions. Because
well, you've been like going around and like talking to. You were on Sean's show. You were on fucking Lord Spew's show. You're doing the circuit. You're promoting, you know, your latest romance novel.
You saw me up there, and then you're like, "Oh, I could get this conehead over here to fucking." You know, to do. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, I've had the longest day ever. So I just drew a squeegee.
wait, where did you draw a squeegee? Make sure
I'm over.
Make sure that you're looking. Make sure you're looking at the stream so you can see where. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, go down, zoom down, and see my shit.
Oh. That's a good alien.
It's just do it with the Nike symbol. Look, there's just a wave of disappointment now. Everybody's disappointed. But yeah, here, let me see.
That's the good shit.
Here, I'm gonna.
What's another shoe logo? Like Nike's easy. What is Adidas? Is Adidas like a flower or a plant? Is that Adidas?
It's like 3 little lines or something. Gothic, a chunky industrial boot. Let me see if I could draw one. No, but listen. So you did Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and then you were doing. So that was all this stuff for slave labor graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? Like you were like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna try to make a cartoon. Like how? What was?
No. I didn't like that show. That popped up later.
Yeah, way
like
later.
me doing comics was just because God, there's only one other person in the world who it was kind of amazing to find out that they knew what the fuck this was. You know, do you know Edmund? Super Meat Boy Edmund? He does like Binding of Isaac. I think you guys would get along.
Oh, no, I think Alex knows that guy though, or
Yes,
something.
he does. Alex did some he did like a beautiful, in fact, I think I might have it. Yeah, it's right behind me. Alex's poster that he did for Binding of Isaac.
Oh, that's a video game. So you were doing video games or something?
No. I back in like before I was doing comics, before I was doing like comics officially.
Okay.
There was a show coming out of San Luis Obispo. They were like an NBC affiliate.
Oh.
So they would, show Saturday Night Live or whatever. There were like several stations that were showing NBC stuff. They were just like this weird side affiliate. And so, but after Saturday Night Live, some dudes that were working at the TV station, they asked if they could just have a show. They could just fill up, rather than showing infomercials, they did a show called Fishmasters. Fishmasters. Yeah, it was like
That's hilarious.
very, very, I'd say Wayne's World, but not really, because it wasn't like a talk show. It was like a scripted comedy show where they were supposed to be out there. It looked like a fishing show, but they would never fish. But they showed a commercial every time I'd watch Fishmasters, and I fucking loved Fishmasters because it had that feel of finding something secret that no one else was watching, and it was like it was just weird. And they had a comic book that was illustrated. I think the whole thing was done by Troy Nixie.
Oh yeah, Troy Nixie.
It was like, this is way the fuck back. And so they would always show this.
His artwork is crazy beautiful now.
Yeah.
It must have been just like real rudimentary then.
It was for that book, it was still pretty standout stuff. Like, why does this book about Fishmasters look as good as it does? Like, this is fucking weird. I never got the book, actually. I would just always see that commercial. And the commercial, they would then advertise like from slave labor graphics. It was like some weird voice. It was like Fishmasters from slave labor graphics. And then they would tell you the address. And I was like, holy shit, that's here. And then
in San Jose or something, somewhere close.
Yeah. So I just went to slave labor and dumped off some stuff, and I was like, hey, you guys do comics? I do comics too. And then that started up Johnny. Like that's pretty much how that goes. And I owe it all to Fishmasters. And when I went to visit my friend, I went to go visit Edmund at his place. He has Fishmasters memorabilia.
Oh my god!
Like in his office, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Right?
Of course, other people must know what Fishmasters is, but I tend to not have.
You don't go around assuming anybody knows about Fishmasters.
That, and also, I don't tend to know people who like like things that I like that are that stupid. I always feel like I'm annoying people getting excited about stuff, and they're like, "That's nice. That's real nice."
Like,
so,
give the kid a treat so he stops talking about Fishmasters.
That's how I always feel. I feel like I never got out of that stage where I'm like bothering people, and I'm like, "Oh my god, look at what this monster does," and then look at he's got like these, and they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. That's nice." Anyhow,
no, it's because you're not jaded, and you're still excited by things. It's cool.
You know what? I am jaded, but it's a jadedosity. I don't know what the word is. It's a jadedness that has developed from still being excited about things and realizing nobody around me gives a shit.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think the thing is that like it's weird. It's weird because everything is sort of endlessly fascinating in life. And then to see that people aren't even, it's like I'm excited about a million things. Like seriously, like everything. I'm just like fascinated by even a little dumb shit,
That's
But
what I
I
love.
feel-
That's what I love about everything about what you present. Not just your work, but when you're advertising your work, when you're talking about anything,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still kind of your work. It's still kind of like a show that you're putting, like, it's just endlessly entertaining, and that's rare. Like, you can tell that there's energy there, but it's not like super serious, but it's sincere. I love that. I love they're just
Well, being sincere is not popular at all. It's like we live in you know what I mean? It's like everybody's kind of like, I feel like, I don't know, like, to me, the frustrating thing about the way that we all interact these days is that it already puts sincerity and kind of like real connection at a disadvantage already.
Oh, I can kind of
And
relate
then,
to that though. I've had
yeah,
some bad shit though. like the thought of giving myself to strangers is
it's a
pretty
nice,
heinous. So, but I also
yeah.
that doesn't mean that I don't genuinely seek out a real connection. I think I choose where to put that. Like,
Well, I think the thing is that like I don't need I don't want people like in my life or whatever, like in my face. It's just that
Yeah.
like I just think
Good.
it's just that I think that like you know, being understood and being transparent and being kind of like a human and just being like, yeah, I'm actually like, I don't know if anything I do is cool or worthwhile. I'm just trying to have fun and be a nice person or something. I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, and maybe that's just because I'm 44 years old and I'm not like young and beautiful and trying to sell something online. Like,
whoa.
you know,
You're the most
you know what I'm
beautiful man I've ever seen.
Well, that's sweet. I paid you. I paid you in NFTs to say that.
Oh,
But,
my dream.
Yeah,
NFTs.
but you know, countless and endless NFTs.
Yeah.
But I think that you know, I would rather just sort of set myself up to have a genuine connection, even if it's less than. I would rather have quality over quantity, I guess, and stuff. But I also am kind of like just desperately trying to make cool projects and cool things and have autonomy and not be like to get successful in a way where I'm kind of at the behest of the people who are giving me money.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm really just grateful for people that support that path, kind of, you know. And so I don't know, even if it's like a Kickstarter for my comic book thing, or I'm working on this stop motion horror fantasy film that's coming out. It's going really good, and I'm gonna try to get that off the ground with the support of just people, and like I'll get it done, and maybe I'll, you know, sell it to, you know, like a Roku channel or something. But I don't, you know, it's like I don't really know about like it's like I don't know. And then like I hang out. Recently for some reason become good friends with Phil Tippett.
I saw you posting some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
so we hang out a lot now.
Dude, that's
or like
crazy.
talk or email, and we're like constantly chatting and sharing ideas, and you know, I'm helping him with his comics. He wants to make comics and stuff, so I'm kind of helping him with all this stuff. He's got all these crazy stories written. But anyway, but his advice to me is like, you know, fuck them. Like, just do you. Like, just do your thing. Just make your stuff. Don't worry about them. Don't please any of these companies. Don't, you know, it's like and it's like when you hear that from, you know, somebody like him, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, I you know, this is the encouragement that I need, I guess. But
You know, I think about stuff like that. I mean, I think that Phil Tippett's kind of been behind some of the most amazing stuff and some of the most influential things that I'm aware of. Like, I fucking, you know, I grew up of a time, but I think that I would almost find it more inspiring when I hear that advice coming from someone who's like a hobo eating cold beans in a cardboard box. And you're like, dude, buddy, you need to take care of yourself. And they're like, I am never gonna compromise. I'll eat these beans until I'm dead. But they're just doing what they fucking love, even if it's killing them. I think that's a little bit more inspiring. Where you're like, holy shit, they really.
Well, I mean, I agree, but you know, the thing is that Phil did have a situation like that with Mad God, his film that he just put out.
Yeah, that's
and
just
he's been working on it for decades, and it drove him crazy. Like, he put himself into like a mental hospital after it was done, because he basically was just freaking out. He had like a mental breakdown, and then he like got diagnosed with bipolar disorder and like all this stuff. And it's out. I mean, it's you have to see it. It is.
Yeah, I plan to.
It's completely insane, and it's kind of like it's interesting because, you know, Phil's famous for a lot of stuff, RoboCop and Jurassic Park and all, you know, all.
I've heard of him.
But he likes Mad God. That's his, you know, that's his kind of like fuck you to Hollywood and stuff, is to make this completely wild, borderline non sequitur, strange art project that is totally, it's like nihilistic, it's hopeful, it's commentary, but it's also like very surrealist, and it's, I don't know, man, like the sound is wild. It's a triumph of independent creativity and thought from somebody who has been steeped in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know.
That sounds amazing. That's like exactly the kind of thing that I want to see more of.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So, but I mean, so you did Invader Zim, and you're like, all right, this is cool. Wow, this is going good. People like this stuff. And then
I don't know about that.
But no, people didn't really like it. So
we had an audience. I think plenty of people hated it, and then it elicited strong reactions. Which, again, I guess that's the mark of something that has a definite personality. You know, I think in terms of people, I guess it's again, I always compare it to people. I compare work to people. I compare just the existence of anything that has been created to people, and people react to it the way they react to people if it's been infused with enough personality. So I think, anyway, with my work or with me, people are like, oh my god, I fucking hate that guy, fucking hate that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're hurting my feelings. Or they're like, yeah, no, I like it so much that people are gonna hate me for how much I like it.
Right.
So when the show came out, I think that we were like beloved and also reviled, and that's a strong. Those are
who like fucking reviled it. Like, what kind of people reviled it? I don't understand. Like what was like? Was it just like people who, because you know what's so strange is
Swedes.
Fandom.
I don't.
Swedish
people hated it. It just was everything they couldn't stand.
Well, that makes sense. But like, I think, there's so much. There's like fandom, is toxic as hell.
What?
And, yeah, I know, it's crazy. But what's funny is so there's this really incredible guy that I follow. His name is Brad Trammell. He's an art critic, thinker guy, But mostly what he does is he evaluates culture, and he is a genius. And what he talks about is that people are not fans of stuff anymore. They're fans of being a fan. And
Dude, that's
yeah, it's weird, right? I mean,
it kind of
how
falls
do
in
you
line. Like I was just listening today, listened to a podcast called "Philosophize This,"
okay.
and it's it's. I don't think it's that big of a jump. The episode is called "The Creation of Meaning: Escape from Evil," but it's basically talking about you know what? No, different podcast. There is some overlap there. I was listening to something about arguments, online arguments.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
And
because if you okay, go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, it was just talking about what people identify with and how meaning is sometimes just the moment anyone challenges your interests. They're not just disagreeing with you, they're completely trying to like it's perceived as an annihilation of everything that you stand for. And it's
Right.
just it's fandom is I think like this dangerous evolution of that. Toxic fandom anyhow. It's just very easy to not just
Well,
and it-
how do you explain goddamn Funkos where like because the funny thing is that the dude Brad Trammell, who has this Patreon, and I fucking love it. He's so great, man. He's incredible. I'll send you some links and stuff. But so Brad Trammell, and he goes like he has a thing called the Funko Report.
oh
And
shit.
about like the Funkoization of culture and shit, where people are like collecting Funkos. And he even goes into how Funkos got made, and they were created by a guy who, basically the people that created bobbleheads went on to do Funko shit. But anyway,
That makes sense.
so with Funko, basically the box is the part of the collectible. So nobody takes them out. They
Right.
just have a wall of boxes with things in it. And it's like it's very disturbing because if you take a Funko out of the box, it's this tiny, horrible little piece of shit. It's like it's cheaply made. It looks like dog shit. It's nothing. It's actually nothing more than like a very small, cheaply made collectible pollutant. And
Love it.
people have walls of them, just walls.
Yeah.
And I hate them too. I think they're the worst. But the thing is that it's all about being a fan.
Mhm.
And so you have all this proof that you're a fan. You have walls of proof. You're a fan of like all the people from Walking Dead and everybody in fucking Disney and fucking like they literally have every famous person now too. And I mean, if you're like, I don't know, spending the night on the cement outside of a building for 2 nights before you watch like Star Wars or Batman, you're not a fan of that stuff. You're a fan of being a fan. Like
Yes.
it's performance art. It's performative. It's like, look, I'm a big fan. And then what I realize is that like this really sad, fucked up thing is people's personalities are basically all about how they're fans of shit. So like that's like a capitalist kind of weird, creepy side effect of not having an actual real culture.
Yes.
Is that you're just like, oh, I'm really into the Great American Hero or something. Like I'm really into Rick and Morty to the point where I will go tackle an employee for Saskatchewan sauce. And you know what I mean? It's weird. It's really weird. Anyways, I'm just rambling right now, but this is
No, I
it's
get
just
it's that you're talking about one of the things that I think I've been obsessed with before I even kind of got known for doing anything out there in the world, putting like work out there in the world. I've always been it's like a thing that pops up in a lot of the stuff that I do. It popped up in Johnny, but I don't think I had the I don't think I had the sophistication to be able to like get it across in a way that I think I can look back on and go, "Yep, I couldn't have done that better." But like the idea of like hero worship and just crazed fandom, not just in like the tacky fandom kind of a way, but just the idea of people not having, people being aware of missing some vital component of their being and having to fill it up with someone else's being is one of the saddest I think initially it was much more hateful and like disdainful. And the more you think about it, the sadder it is. And it says a lot more about just like you say, a lack of culture, a lack of something that helps fill up all those gaps inside of a person. And all those gaps are just these.
Oh, there's more fucking culture being generated from like dash cams and Russian taxis than there is in America. It's like, you know, you're just like, it's like, what do we have here? We're fighting, we're desperately performing as hideously angry patriots to sustain a cheesecake factory addiction. It's like, I don't understand, dude. I can't. And maybe part of that is that I've traveled a lot. And so I've seen kind of like the simple beauty of life without Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, like it's like we don't have to live in a world where there is a psychic buzzing eternally reminding you of all the things you haven't fulfilled that day. And like, I don't know. I went to Cuba. I stayed there for a while. It was really beautiful. It was so mellow. I've been to.
Oh my God.
That's
making me
Ireland.
Hungry.
Cuba. Cuban. You want a Cuban sandwich?
Fuck. You know what? Not as big a fan of a Cuban sandwich, but just Cuban food. Yeah.
Oh, Cuban food's incredible.
Holy
it's
shit.
So incredible.
Holy shit, that's making me hungry.
Beans. Is Vasquez, Jhonen Vasquez? So Vasquez is what's that? What's your family? Where are they from?
The name is Spanish, but
the name is Spanish.
But we's Mexican.
Okay, so you're Mexican. Okay, gotcha. Because I was always like, I can't tell. I was like, Jhonen Vasquez, like what? Because it's really weird. Because like when you study somebody from afar, and you kind of like take into account.
You've been surveilling me?
Yeah, because I was taking into account like, okay, so he's really into this gothic industrial stuff, very humorous, very funny, very like all this. So you know, but I'm like, his name's Jhonen Vasquez. I'm like, that kind of is okay. That makes sense because like a lot of like there is a lot of Mexican people I know that are into like dark stuff and like Morrissey.
I mean,
Morrissey
but,
shit.
Racially, I'm Mexican. I'm not from Mexico.
You're from Mexico.
I didn't have, you know, I always feel bad about it, but I didn't have a whole lot of the culture.
No, did you grow up around a bunch of white people? Is that what's
yeah, you know what? I kind of I'm very glad for how I grew up. It was sort of, it was not, you know, where was Sesame Street supposed to take place? Where is Sesame Street? Where do those puppets actually live?
Oh, because
New
I'm
York?
just curious about it because I grew up in like an ultra like boring white white.
See, I grew up with everybody. Like my street, my school, we had a lot of Filipino people, had a lot of Vietnamese, had a lot of white people, had a lot of black people, had a lot of Mexicans, had a lot, like it was fucking Samoans. I had friends from not every
Well, how did
part
you
of the world.
How did you gravitate towards like that, the kind of cultural stuff that you're into?
I think
Like-
as a
like-
as a kid, I think I got like heavy doses of just like general pop culture, American pop culture radiation. You know, all the Spielbergs and the Disneys, and like I that was
No,
just.
but I mean, as far, but maybe I'm projecting onto you that I like
You
Johnny
are.
the Homicidal Maniac.
You definitely are.
Because was that like, because I was like, oh, there's no way that that this isn't sort of representative of like your life and interests or something.
I would say it's a combination of, and I always say that it was a combination of just wishing the world was much freakier.
Interesting.
Than my life was. Like I just
Because you nailed
spent
it, dude.
so much fucking time up in my head. You know, okay, I think that there was definitely maybe a little more existential dread, maybe a little too early on. And that fucking just carved itself into my brain.
Existential dread.
Just existential dread. Just this.
Dude, now I'm still, I feel like I'm starting to dig. I'm starting to see. I'm starting to understand, because that the existential dread and the existential tension was very deep in Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. But it was also it was so humorous, and like I felt like there was stuff. Now I try not to project on people, but you were doing like short comic like the vignettes, and you were doing stuff like the short vignettes about how petty that people were at the Gothic clubs, where they would talk shit about each other, and it was very weird. It was very like weirdly real. I was like, dude, you have to be going to like goth clubs and stuff.
Oh, yeah. No. You know, I had like a weird relationship with all of that stuff. You know what I liked? I liked the theatricality of it, but I didn't like the people. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, dude, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense, because I didn't like them either.
I was okay.
Like,
I wouldn't say that I didn't like the people. There were like a handful of people that I liked, and they were all in the scene. But I didn't like people. I don't want to say I didn't like people. I didn't necessarily enjoy when people were taking it like too seriously. I always liked when people. It's like, okay, you're dressing real funny. Although I like it. I like that you're kind of, making the world a more interesting place, because holy fuck, I appreciate the world looking a little weirder than most people agree. It's just gotta be really bland, and you gotta wear your blue jeans, and you gotta just wear your t-shirts and just be blah. I like that part of it. I always like a little bit of theatricality.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
But
I was just, I guess I was just wondering, because I'm like, there's nuances to the way in which you understood Gothic industrial culture that I was like, this guy is fully into it. This guy's fully about it.
Oh, no. I think I was probably enjoying my awareness of it, and then just making fun of shit, because that was fun to do. That was just fun for me to do.
Now I understand. All right, I'm sorry I projected on you that you were the most Gothic industrial.
Oh,
person.
sweet Jesus! I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know what? I was definitely.
You do wear like all black and stuff, and I felt like you had
so
like
did Steve Jobs. Like, no one calls him the fucking goth king of
his comics though.
Steve Jobs is so fucking goth. He's dead, and no one says that about him.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. He's
dead.
I'm more of an Elizabeth Holmes fan.
Well, yeah, no, she wears all black.
Dude, I like it. Like everybody's like, I'm gonna wear a turtleneck or something. But I mean, also
she was very inspired. She was inspired by Steve Jobs. She like, according to the stories. She was like,
Right. Well,
I'm gonna.
that's you know what's funny is though that everybody's like kind of just emulating something that happened before them, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do this." It is like cosplay.
Yes.
They're like, you know, Elizabeth Holmes is cosplaying as a successful tech person. Even Elon Musk is cosplaying as a genius. You know, like all these people they're not real. It's like we're at the dead end of Western civilization. So like none of these people are really doing anything. You know what I think about tech too is like none of it is really inventing anything new. It's just sort of like reminding you that you could pay somebody to drive you somewhere or whatever. It's never like instead of tech being like hey, let's create something that would like sustain ecological health. They're like, no, how about if there's an app where somebody comes to your house and chews up your food and then spits it in your mouth for you? You know, it's like that's what they would, you know, it's that's what they would do. They don't, it's really fucking
Holy
weird.
shit, dude. I get it. Look at this. Would it be Chewer? Would that be the app?
Chewer,
It would have to be like Chewer, right?
Chewer.
Oh, yeah. Chewer.
Chewer, dude. CHWR, and it's like they'll literally they'll send somebody over to your house to chew your food for you so you don't even have to do it. And then you could even pay a little bit extra. They'll bring the food to you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Could you imagine how chubby your lower half of your face would get from just not exercising anymore?
Being so strong. Wait, no. The chewer's jaw would be giant, but your jaw would be plump.
Your jaw would, yeah, you would have just lost all cohesion up there.
Uh-huh. Have you watched any of documentaries about the Yes Men? Have you ever watched the Yes Men?
Yes, great stuff.
Oh my god, dude. They would come up with Chewer. They would do Chewer. That's for
dude.
Sure.
I love. What was the one the survival the survival sphere that you would survive out like God? It was something about a flood or global warming, was it? It was like some kind of like self-sustaining bubble that you could live in, so you could float. You could float in basically water world.
And they were like, and then but your whole family dies, and everybody's like, sign me up.
Oh,
it's really weird. How about the one where they were like trying to tell these dudes that you could actually make burgers out of shit, and they were like, all right, give me a call, let's figure this out. Did you see that one?
Probably. I don't remember that. There was a
the
last
dudes...
Yes Men thing I saw was several years ago.
Well, the movie where they're basically telling everybody, okay, guys, we have a new technological wonder. We have figured out a way of recycling human feces and turning it into hamburgers that you can eat. And then everybody's like, oh, wow, this is a great idea. Let's do it. And like basically the Yes Men are awesome because they kind of just show you how fucked up and dumb everybody is. It's like it's funny, but it's also brutally depressing.
It's sad.
You know?
It's sad that shit like that is it's not a joke. You can make it not a joke because people are like, well, this is the world we live in. This is probably real. This is probably a thing. As absurd as it would appear to you and I.
Right. But you know, speculation is a powerful drug, dude. That's what's going on. Like that whole WeWork thing, where basically the guy's like,
did you watch that what is
$1 billion company, which is basically just like, oh, you're renting office space.
Yeah. They did an episode of what was that? The scam show. It was like it's about scams on HBO Max.
Dude. I go from laughing to crying. I struggle, dude. It's brutal. It's so brutal. What about that Fire Island shit was so amazing. That was so good. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah. I think I watched both of them. There was one on Hulu and one on Netflix.
Oh my god. Yeah, they were both funny. The fucking one dude that came out of it as like a hero was the gay dude. I liked him.
I don't remember.
Remember him where everybody's like, they were like, oh yeah, they were trying to get me to give this dude blowjobs at Fire Island.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, and then like everybody's like, this guy's the best. The fucking, you know what's really brutal though is the exploitation of like say the Tiger King, the not the original one, but the second one, which is sort of talking about like the aftermath of it all.
Uh-huh.
And they interview all the other people and the peripheral characters and stuff. And it's just so brutal and exploitive. And I don't know, man. There's like, I really worry about humanity based on just like what's popular in a way that I just never have been this concerned in my life. Like back in the day,
at a certain point you just let go and just
well,
and
yeah.
just think,
I mean, back in the day, it was like, all right, people like the gin blossoms. That sucks. But like now, it's like, all right, Trump was the president. What the fuck? What in the hell? I mean, it's not like anything has ever really been going good as far as status quo. But there is something about the sort of like, I don't know. It feels like a Bible that somebody spilt Mountain Dew on, and it's like, that's your world now.
I mean, it's hard to feel a sense.
I'm sorry
of,
if I'm being
like,
depressing.
No. I think it's hard to feel like as humans a sense of just how long we've been around. Like we haven't really been around that long compared to the timeline of the planet. But we've been around for a long time. Do you think that it's kind of like sex getting boring for like a couple, and they're just like, we've never done this before, so you end up with like voting just insane racist asshole presidents who are celebrities and just being like, whatever, let's try that. Maybe that'll be a new kind of fuck. Right.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Do you let me ask you, do you have you ever watched Star Trek The Next Generation?
I have.
Okay. There was a really amazing episode. So basically the way that I approach life is I want it to become sort of like openly inclusive and fun as Star Trek on Earth. I live in Oakland, which is an ultra fun, inclusive, totally weird, like really beautiful. There's all kinds of different kinds of people, and everybody's just existing, and it feels as close as I could get as to being on Star Trek, Yeah. And I was thinking about how in Star Trek they did this thing where they found a couple of bodies. Like they're these frozen people, and they were like, dude, these people have been frozen for 300 years, 400 years. You remember this?
Yeah. There was the oil baron guy who was like befriending Data, and there was the lady. There was like a lady, and then there was a.
Yeah. So the oil baron Texan guy who was so annoying and funny, but he goes.
The first thing he wants is to like find out how his like. He's like, oh, my bank account must be huge by this point.
Yes, exactly. And so he wakes up, and he's like, I bet I have so much interest. I'm fucking super rich now. I'm insane rich,
yes.
And they're like, oh, we don't actually, there's no money anymore.
Yes, there is no like, material.
What are you talking about? I need my money. And they're just like, oh, well, nobody actually needs anything anymore. Everybody just kind of has everything they need, He's like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, you can, like, all healthcare totally free, all food totally accessible. Anything you want to do, you can. Everybody is kind of like, there's a lot of equitability. There's a lot of there's not a whole lot of class warfare. you know, all this stuff. And it was so interesting because I was thinking to myself, like, when do you think that episode came out?
What do you mean?
Like 99, 98, 97.
Oh
No,
man.
96.
No.
96.
Next Generation? Jesus, no.
Yeah,
that might have still been in the 80s.
Late 80s. 90. Let's say 90. Let's say 93 as a conservative thing, right? 93.
That's
Dude.
pretty late Next Generation. Like you're getting close to Deep Space Nine at that point.
Okay. So 92, right? Think about how interesting it is that I mean, because a lot of those episodes were really cool. They had a lot of interesting stuff about like non-binary creatures. I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Riker was into that.
Yeah, Riker loved his non-binary partner. He was into. I loved it, man.
That one was so fucking sad because they like erase them. They like erase their brain. They like fuck their brain up. So there's at the end they're just like cold and they're like, oh, I'm sorry that I wasn't feeling myself. And Riker's like, no.
Right. He's like, no, my they them hottie is done. So I thought it was cool, but I mean. It's so ahead of the curve where like Idiocracy came out and it's like that film that everybody jokes where they're like, it was a movie that became a documentary. Yeah. And you just think there's so many patterns that show that we've been kind of on this path for so long. Yeah. And I don't know how to get to the bottom. I'm not Michael Moore. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I gotta go pee really quick. Give me a second.
All right, go pee.
All right, sorry, I'm just yapping.
No, that's why we're here. All right, you know what? He's peeing, and to celebrate his urine, let's celebrate Skinner's urine. We're gonna give away a GUH. We skipped the GUH last week, and we're almost gonna skip it this one, this time because the talking is. It's distracting and it makes me forget about GUHs. So we're gonna give away the GUH from that I was gonna give away when Jorge was here. What is a GUH? What is a GUH? Well, all right. You know what? If I have to explain what a GUH is,
GUH.
Damn, you peed.
Yeah, I took a piss. I'm down in my basement, so my bathroom is like right around the corner, so I just peed I peed fast. I have a very powerful and angry bladder, so
yeah, you have a powerful stream. It's like one of those. It's like one of those like water like lasers. You can cut stone with it.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out how to make that a tech.
Peer.
Oh, hey, let me ask you. So, what do you?
No, that just looks like peer.
What are you working on now? What's going on now?
Weirdly enough, I'm. You know what? There's no like official thing that's happening, but I do have support in a way where I can kind of just fuck around and develop stuff that I maybe wanna, maybe we can turn into something. And I am, I'm like, I can't really say exactly what it is that I'm like kind of pushing at the moment. But it seems to be, I want to do stuff that I haven't done before, that I'm a little uncomfortable with, that I have, so that's what I would prefer to do. But, I'm working with people and they, everyone has kind of ideas about stuff, but they're all at least my ideas. And the focus seems to be on sort of like technology and animation and comedy. We'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. But I'm just kind of looking for like a little crew just to develop a world that I've had in my head since like elementary school, honestly, which is kind of fucking hilarious. I actually ripped off a lot of it to put into Zim, but it's not for kids. It's like an adult sort of a thing. But so
Well, Netflix should give you money to do it.
you know, I don't know.
Whoever,
I don't
HBO,
know where
dude.
it would end up, but I would love to see weirder stuff coming out of Netflix. Did you get that thing where Netflix sends you like a little thing saying, "Hey, our prices are going up. You're going to be paying more." But, you know, the good thing is we're pooping out even more high quality shows and doop 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 doo. I don't know why they included doop doop doo at the end of it, but it got me thinking about how, like, to me that message is, hey, you're going to be paying more, and our content has been getting kind of much more middle of the road, kind of
It feels totally
bland.
like that.
It's like they've gone like Netflix I used to be really excited about like this, like that had never existed before. A streaming service, and then they could have done anything, and they probably still can. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
I know, and they just should.
And so I was excited. It's like, oh shit, what a cool time to be alive, to also be someone who wants to make things, to go to these people and be like, holy shit, you have an opportunity to just like, you haven't defined yourselves yet. That's what defines you, is the fact that you're not some crusty old place that poops out, you know, that has a brand. I feel like that time has sort of passed, and they're just pooping out so much stuff, and it's a lot of like reality TV, a lot, you know, just good stuff, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily any weird stuff. You know, there's not a lot of character to it. There's just a lot of stuff. And it's high quality sometimes. Sometimes it's, you know, just shit. But a lot of times it's high quality, but it doesn't leave a whole lot of a mark on my brain, and it's kind of bummers. I'd love to see them have go on.
Do you see that I made the vampire from Johnny the Homicidal Maniac that wished to be bitten by a vampire?
You know what? Okay, I see. It's like a little bit of him, but it's also a little bit of like the like War of the Gargantuas.
This guy?
Yeah, this guy right here. He's a little bit.
But
he's a little bit
got
of
giant teeth.
There's some Count Chocula, and there's also kind of like
totally.
a yeti, like a beast man kind of a thing going on.
Yeah, but I don't remember what the drawing was like. But I remember he wanted to be a vampire, and then he got the giant teeth.
Well, he had like an elephant man, like giant elephant man head kind of a thing, and his teeth had grown like elephant tusks.
Oh, right. God, why can't
I'm
I
drawing
remember
like a Cthulhu or something from like
what about
Bloodborne.
when that guy said, "Oh my God, somebody put shit in my pants."
Oh shit! Hold on. Speaking of oh shit, I was gonna get rid of a guh. Guz, we try to do it. When I say we, I mean me in the royal sense. I try to give away a guh every time I do a drawing stream, and it's okay. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have. This is kind of a big deal. My house, kind of livable now, because it was filled nonstop. What the fuck does that even mean? It was filled with boxes from Oni Press of Invader Zim comics. They literally hundreds and hundreds. Like, I am sore. I hauled boxes from my house into my garage. I like rearranged everything, made space, and I just hauled out box after box, heavy comic-filled boxes. Piled them all up in the garage, so they're out of my house, but I'd still like to get them out of my life. So I've been doing little drawings of a character named Guh, who is kind of he's not a ripoff of Gur. He's just, I think he's better. And I stick them onto those comics, and I give them away to subscribers of people who like subject themselves to this mess that I do every now and then. So that's what it is.
You have great ideas. You have really funny.
I have great ideas. There, you know, it's not great enough because giving away a guh maybe once or twice a week doesn't make much of a dent in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comics. So I need to. I sell them on the. I sell them. Sometimes I'll put them like in big batches up on my web store. My web
Right.
store. My web store. You know. And sometimes people buy those, but you know you got to pay for those. These I give away. So we're gonna give away a GA. This was I drew this one last week, right after I had seen the Batman. So this one is a Batman inspired GA. So I'm gonna just bring this one right up. Everyone stare at your screens. Use your eyes. Don't close your eyes. This time open them so you can see the GA.
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open. All right, here we go. Oh God, there's no music. It's just weird and oh God, it's just dead silent. Anyhow, that's the GA. That's the GA. Except he uses a gun.
Such a consistent and accomplished cartooning style. It's true, man. I'm blown away by it, dude. Like it's so cool.
You're too nice. You're too nice.
No, man. I've been a massive fucking fan of like the way in which you've applied and just you've applied yourself, you've applied your vision, your humor, like everything is coming through 100,000%. It's really, really cool to see. Man.
I mean, that's you're like describing yourself though. I mean, anyone that's kind of like done their thing long enough, it's kind of hard not to do your thing. It's like
yeah, but I feel like it's interesting, like there, it's very unique, like your flavor of the humor, the idea. It's like I don't know, man. It's very difficult to get. Like I don't know how to say it. It's like it's not a very obvious thing. It's something you have to pay attention to. But it's like as soon as you dial in, you get it, you see it. It's the best. I mean, like I immediately like that's why I think I've projected so much onto you about this guy has to be like this or has to be into this or whatever. It's very unfair. I'm really.
It is. I feel like I have to live up to some impossible standard of some kind of person that I would maybe despise.
Well, it's like some like insane made up shit that you don't even know. And so I guess like the thing is that it's really interesting. When I was reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, I was like in a deep depression. And I was feeling very misanthropic, but I also thought I also have like a sense of humor because it's like gallows humor if you're a depressed person, you know. And then I read it and I'm like, you kind of just formulate stuff in your head about somebody, and it's a wise person reserves their judgments and reserves their projections.
Oh no.
And I definitely didn't do that. And that's why I'm asking you all these questions, I guess, because I'm trying to understand the truth of it. And I hope I hope it's not making you uncomfortable or anything like that.
You know, in general, it's interesting. It is interesting hearing how someone else has seen you completely like in a void other than through your work. And I get that a lot. I think that I don't quite live up to that person because when I was doing Johnny, I was having so much fun. You know what I mean? Like I was having so much fun. I was laughing my ass off nonstop because I was like, I'm a genius. You know, I'm just fucking thinking that I was doing such amazing stuff, while at the same time, it was where I put. It's the same with Zim. You know, I think Zim wasn't saying a whole lot, not as much as Johnny was at the time I was doing Johnny when I was like fucking, you know, like 19.
Right.
But it's just, it was a place to put, like, for me, like, tops on the list of like what I want to do with this work in the case of like Johnny, or in the case of Johnny, was it needs to be funny to me. It needs to be something that I think is fucking ridiculous and so stupid. And then any meaning that comes after the fact has to be filtered through, don't get too serious. You know what I mean? Don't get too up your own ass. I think Johnny definitely gets up its own ass, which as I'm older, I think helps me. I think it helps it because Johnny is up his own ass. He was like, say, you know, all of these characters, same with Zim, same with Johnny, they were people who, they come from me. There's a lot of me in there. There's so much of me in there, but they're pushed so much farther beyond what I ever aspire to be. Not that I aspire.
Super exaggerated.
It's like I want to make a me that I recognize as being an awful version of me. Like Johnny Star, there's like a core. There's maybe like an idea behind Johnny where he's got some points that I think a lot of people could identify with, especially if you're probably like a teenager or in a certain place where it's just a particular time, and that's where it came from me being a teenager. There's just as cool and sophisticated as I thought maybe I was. You're still a fucking kid. And you can't help but see the world through yourself as the protagonist in a story where it's you against the universe and everything you think is right. Everyone else is fucking stupid. How amazing am I? How lonely is it to be me, to be so smart? You know, like I thought all of that stuff. I felt it on a certain level, but I also thought it was really funny to make fun of it, because it's like I was sentient enough to be aware of how stupid it is to think that everything revolves around you. And Johnny, everything revolves around him. Everything he thinks is right. He's literally like the linchpin in the fabric of space and time.
Right.
It was interesting seeing that. I feel like that's why like the YA novel and like the adaptations and movies thing really took off, because that shit never goes away. You know, I think that it doesn't go away for a lot of people for their entire
drama
lives.
of our own importance.
Yes,
like like that we are the movie, that the movie is us, and like that's actually kind of the sickness of Western civilization in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. Is it a sickness or is it just like human nature unchecked?
I think that it's a lack of what feels like responsible spirituality, because it basically makes it so that you don't have to, it's like Ram Dass, one of my favorite sort of hippie tripper dudes, says that the only way, because life is suffering, and the only way to ease suffering is to serve others, because it's like a vacation from your own suffering when you're serving another person and helping others.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that. I fucking love when I know I've made somebody happy, because I like to see them laugh. I like to see them laugh, and I just kind of like stand back with my arms crossed and go, look at that fucking idiot enjoying themselves. They don't know that I'm completely manipulating them into feeling good, and I could crush. Oh wait, you're saying something different? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Yeah. I'm saying something different. No, but I'm just saying that, like, young adult novels is like, that's why there's so much drama in it, and it's like, oh God. Everything is such a big deal. Like every feeling that you're feeling is the biggest deal, the biggest feeling of all time.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna illustrate exactly. Here, I'm gonna illustrate. This is the world. Let's say that's the world. Everything contained inside of that box is the world. So when you're a little kid, or when you're younger, you're about that big, right? The size of the world doesn't change. It's just there's so much stuff. There's so much distance. It's like terrifying. And then and you get older, and you're just like smashed in here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't feel as cool.
Right. Totally.
doesn't feel as cool at all. So like when you're a kid, you're in this gigantic grand play and you're the fucking center of the universe. In like all those YA movies and the story and the books, it's always about this one person who's the one person who sees how the world works. They see beyond the veil, and it's up to them to bring down the system. They are gonna tear down the system. They're gonna prove the like old people in charge, you know, like they're gonna prove their worth, and they're gonna take them down. There's, you know, I think that because of the time that it came from, the time in my life, like the time, like Johnny, there's a lot of that I think in Johnny. I don't think that was the point, but it was the point to make a character that was a me that goes too far. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you can be like, that's stupid and I hate that and like things should be this way. And then there's murdering people. then there's murdering people because you've basically deemed them to be unworthy of life in the world that you think should be. Some of the people he kills are awful, but then he's killing not necessarily, you know, just he's not killing like fucking horrible. He's just killing like assholes.
Yeah, but I feel like you were saying that you're kind of focused on existentialism at a young age. It's really interesting because I feel like that too, where at a very, very young age, I was feeling things like, oh, I don't really matter that much, you know? And it was interesting because it was in tandem with me feeling like I need all the attention that is possible to get in the whole world. I need all of it, and I need to feel good, but I don't feel good. And there was like this weird tandem of existing where I was like crushingly sad, but at the same time better at sports and getting straight A's, and I could draw a better Godzilla than everybody, and I was like desperately trying to get like attention, you know. And it was, so it's like, I don't know, it was weird. It's like almost like when I was reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, I did feel below the actual material reality of the fact that he was like killing people was this sort of searching for meaning. And so that's another thing that I was like
see, I don't know, for me, I think Johnny wasn't
yeah,
searching for
so
meaning.
he
He understood all the meaning. He
right.
didn't, he was basically dictating how things should be. He wasn't confused, or he was just like, I think things, he's just like, I know, and you aren't how things should be. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's so interesting. It's a really complex, I just want you to know, is like fascinating, complex comic, just wild. And I don't even know if you were, you know, it sounds to me like you were just sort of like having a catharsis, like you're just creating. It's interesting how much it's affected so many people. That's crazy. That's so interesting. Because like even me, like you probably would never have thought that I'd be so goddamn fixated in an annoying way, I bet, about this.
Yeah, I honestly haven't like had a conversation about like my own stuff in a like that in a very long time. It's
really,
it is interesting to see, to hear how, you know, your work exists outside of your own head.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, what do you hear from your fans? Like I see people talking about your stuff like anytime you post something, and I'm always impressed by just how engaged the people who like your stuff are with your actual work.
Huh. Wow. Yeah.
I get people who like my stuff, but they generally aren't talking about like the work. It's wrapped up more in like a personality, and
Yeah.
I get a lot of people who are like they're playing along rather than there's like a
Okay,
lack
I
of
got you. I understand. It's like you have kind of more of like a vibrational momentum going where it's like people have gleaned some kind of feeling or memory or vibe or humor or something off of what you have going instead of it being like a collective of your illustrations and your work or something. And maybe that's why like the main way that I know you, it's like if you had done like a shitload of comics that I had read, different ones, I probably wouldn't be like annoying, you know.
That's the trouble. Well, not annoying. It's cool to talk, but I think that's the trouble. Well, that's just the effect of not having done a lot of stuff. Like I just kind of like hid away after doing a couple of very key things, and that's who people think you are, as opposed to someone who makes things. They think of you as someone who basically revealed themselves through their work, and these are your two pieces of work, and so you must be this, you must be that. And I'm like, they're like, oh, you're the most, you're the spookiest, most brooding, and I'm over here like, and I'm like, what? Who are you?
I do think like that's the thing is like I actually feel like you are like extraordinarily funny and living in this uniquely humorous place that I mean I like immediately I'm like I see little jokes, little things that you write, little humorous, little goofy blurbs, and like all this stuff, and I go, "That's so Jhonen Vasquez. Like that's fucking. That's this. That's so this. It would never be mistaken, ever. Like with anybody else. That's to me is so cool and interesting, and I guess like in a way." I'm very fascinated by people who are comfortable with their own voices, and I think it's a lot. It's like,
are you saying you're not comfortable with like what you?
Well, it's like humiliatingly
because you're out there all the time. Like you're like I don't like to put my face out. Like you're
you're kind of secretive, huh?
I don't like for people to feel bad about how hideous they are. I put pictures, I put
your beautiful
yeah.
Good look.
It's like my beauty is haunting, and I know, I think that social media really makes people feel like garbage, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Me too. They look at me and they're like, I wish I had that weird mummy face like Skinner has. No, but I think that the way that people perceive me is that they think that I'm honestly
hold on, I didn't put the gut up, did I? Holy shit. I'm gonna put the gut up. Oh my god.
Everybody's upset.
Hold on. It's up now. All right. So the gut is up for someone to win. You've got to be a subscriber. Preferably one that lives in the United States. If you live really far away, you're gonna have to pay for shipping because it's like $30,000. It's gone up since the last time I checked. I hate shipping outside of the United States. I love being outside of the United States, though. I mean, I would trade places. If you win the gut, okay, here's the thing. If you win the gut and you live in like, I don't know, some other place on the planet, let's just trade places. Like I'll live in your place. I'd love to not live here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. That's a fair trade for the GUH because these guys are invaluable, according to me. So if you want to enter, you type in exclamation mark. I'm writing it up here, the top right of the screen. Exclamation mark GUH exclamation mark into the chat. That enters you. Only do it once. It won't do anything if you try and enter again. And I don't like to get rid of these things for anything less than 100 entries because, they're fucking valuable. They're really valuable, and it's gross to give them away for like, just 4 people who want them, which is usually the case. Actually, it's only about 4 people, and I badger them into more people into entering. Okay, so that's going to be up until we're done. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's just I'd completely forgotten.
Fine. It's fine. No, but what I was gonna say is that, so it's interesting because now that you asked me like, oh, what do people think about you? Like, how do they approach you about, like, how do they project onto you or whatever? And it's interesting because I think in thinking about that, I realized that what I do is like I think that I was like reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and I was like, this guy likes all the same stuff I like. This guy's like me. I totally relate to this. I relate to this person, like whatever. And in my mind, I'm realizing now that so many people think they know who I am as a person based on a very limited, very marginal amount of information that they have access to. And I spend so much time just feeling like not frustrated, but just kind of like, well, this is weird to not be understood, and to have people kind of just think I am what they think I am, and that they are investing a lot of like emotional value into something that's totally not fucking true. And
Yeah.
it's so it's like interesting because I think that in a way, like people are reflections of ourselves. Like we see into them what we kind of want to see about ourselves or whatever. And I think like sometimes I get kind of like weird mentally ill men, like young men who are like, oh, I like demons, I like crazy shit, I'm misunderstood.
Dude, send those my way. I need more demon.
And I'm
I
like,
need more demon loving dudes.
And I say, I'm not like you. I'm totally chill. I totally want what's best for everybody. I am a peaceful guy. I love people. I want to help. I love cats, kittens.
Yeah, you do love cats. Every picture I see of you now, you got a cat. Did you do like a card, like a foil, like a foil card with like a cat? I saw someone had one of those, like a baseball card looking kind of a thing.
Clone. That's my cat, the clone. She's the cutest kitten in the world. Yeah, she's I did that. Some guy took a photo of me and then made a foil stamp card out of it for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, it's cool. I think it's awesome. But yeah, I don't know, man. It is weird. And also the internet is creepy as fuck. It used to be really fun, and then there was like a lot of sort of what felt like
it stopped. It stopped being fun.
Strange and uncool interactions with people where I was like, oh, mental illness is vast.
Yeah.
It's vast and it's everywhere. And people are just going to believe what they're going to believe. And so it's
no matter what.
Strange. Yeah. It's strange to be like a sort of proto public figure. And so that makes sense that you would kind of stay on the down low a little bit. And not be super public or whatever, because I think it's good to have some mystery going on there so nobody can recognize you.
You know what, I don't know that really does any good, because even if you don't give people too much of yourself, there's going to be people out there who sort of just fabricate their own version of you.
Yes. Totally.
And that will affect your life, because they will think that you're there for them. I'm sure you get that. I mean, most everyone I know who does anything out there has people who think that you are part of their lives, and not just in a like, I like your work kind of a way. And and you're kind of fucked in those situations because one of the things that I like learned pretty early on is you just don't engage. Like the worst thing you can do is ever engage, even if in your mind you. And I've got friends who, you know, because they're your friends, they try to, they're protective. They want to reach out to certain people, like, you know, just unwell people, and be like, hey, you need to stop what the fuck you're doing. Like this is this is scary. You need, and I always have to tell them, no, please don't, do not, because then like it's bad enough if I were to reach out.
Yeah.
Because then even if you reach out to say, hey, you and I never actually, fucked on the moon. I know you think we fucked on the moon, but we actually didn't. So could you please stop with this? It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Then,
totally.
but then you're actually in their life now. They're talking to you now. You know, like it's real.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. It's fucked up. I've had some like really weird interactions with people where I'm like,
are they mostly guys for you?
Yeah, guys, some girls, but like, I just think that like the internet is so cool, but it's also like, I also like geographical space where somebody who lives, you know, some like weird tweaker dude who's obsessed with, you know, Satan art and drugs out in the middle of nowhere, has an Instagram account, can find me and then, you know, be like, we're the same.
You ever have people try to find you, like show up at your door and shit like that?
Oh no.
Yeah.
The good news is that I'm kind of a big dude and I'm tough. So, but I should
try being big.
You should try getting big.
I should try getting big.
I'd be giant like me. But no, not really. It's like, it's mostly like psychological impacts of stuff. And it is interesting because we're all biased, or it's like a million people could be like, you're the best, you're funny, you're great. And then one person's like, this isn't that good. And you're like, man, what the fuck? You're just like, I can't believe that at Pizza Wolf 666 said that my my wizard drawing's not that good and I could do better. But
I would love to know what kind of people are drawn to your stuff based on the kind of stuff that you do, because it's like, you know, at a glance, it's pretty fucking, like, it's cool. It's fucking beautiful stuff, but it's also of a particular like psychology visually. You know, it's very specific, and
you know, the thing is, though, is that, like, a lot of people have been, I think a lot of people think that, like, you look at my art and you follow my art and you're like, oh, this guy's, you know, they're going to project what they're going to project. Like, if somebody wants me to be, like, a fucking tough jerk guy, and then they see that I'm like, hey, can you guys help me find this, like, missing trans person I care about? And, like, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, wait, what? This doesn't line up with what I think this guy is. Or I'm just like, I want to raise money to help my friends in Puerto Rico and, like, you know, or I you know, like, help. I'm going to, you know, like, all that shit where all of a sudden you're like actually caring about others and you're not like a cool Batman figure anymore. It's like, you're an actual person and they're like, oh, you're not like just some like brooding mean guy. You're not like
Joel Schumacher's Batman, like real cool.
You're not like Joel Schumacher's Batman nipples suit. You're something different,
right?
But yeah, caring about others is cool. That's what I don't give a fuck about looking like a not cool person if it means that it's gonna come at the expense of my humanity. I'm
Yeah, but
I'll look like a nerd if that's what that means. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Life is very short, and I'm here for a short time, not a long time, man. I want to be sweet to people. Caring is creepy, but like, okay, wait. So what comics do you collect comics still at all?
I've been out of comics for a while in terms of like reading stuff. What I'll do I don't collect anything regularly. I'll go to like a comic shop, you know, around here, just to see what's there, and I'll just grab stuff. Like I'm in my office right now, and I just have like just a mountain of comics that caught my eye that I haven't gotten through. And then I'll just take like a day to just be like, I'm gonna read some comics. But there isn't anything that there oh god, I'm choking on my own thoughts. I
You're choking on your own thoughts.
yeah. There isn't anything where I'm like, oh, the latest work from, well, you know, I'll get like you know, Junji Ito or something. If I find out,
Junji Ito.
I don't know that like there's a thing coming. I'll find out. I'll occasionally look up, you know, do there be new Junji Ito? And then I'm like, oh shit, there is, and then I'll immediately buy that. There's kind of like go-to names. Do you know James Stocco?
Yeah.
Oh, like I don't even. I'll buy stuff and I'll be like, well, that don't sound interesting to me, but it's him, and so I'll know. Well, shit, that's going to be fucking amazing to just like, you know, to look through. You know, like I don't really want Godzilla comics, but Godzilla in Hell, holy fuck. It's just
cool.
It's just a whole other experience.
Junji Ito, did you get Junji Ito's Frankenstein?
Yes. I you know what? I haven't gone through it yet. I have it. It's right there.
I should send you my comic.
I have an Ito pile.
You do. I should send you my comic, Skin Crawl Magazine.
I've been seeing you posting some stuff.
You're like, I've seen it.
No, no. Like I'll see shit all the time. Like I don't know. Are you like that? Like do you acknowledge that there's amazing shit out there, but then there's so much stuff that you're like, it will be in my life sooner or later, but. And then I turn around. It's like, you know, my Steam library. It's like there's so many games, and then I see that there's just so much shit that I bought that I haven't played yet. Like almost all of the dudes, the people that I follow. Yeah, I've got like my Instagram is just almost entirely artists or photography, and then like a few like, you know, weird animals kind of Instagram shit. I don't give a shit about seeing like human faces, like actual photographs of people, unless it's like, you know, cool photography. But I see stuff nonstop. Like I see Jim Mahfood putting stuff up all the fucking time, and I'm like, holy shit, that looks so fucking fun. And then, you know, I'll like get it, you know, 15 years from now. Because
do you like have you gotten into Hideshi Hino? That Japanese.
Yeah. I've got some of his stuff.
I love it. Yeah, Skin Crawl Magazine, I'm working on the second issue. It's going really good. I got like 5 issues planned out. They're giant. They're gonna be nuts. I'll send my comic to you. It's not super humorous, but it does have cool drawings in it that I think you'd like.
I don't, you know what? I don't usually, like, in terms of the stuff that I
Berserk is
read,
amazing.
I don't usually like always gravitate towards humor. I feel like that's a problem for me in terms of when people want to work with me. It's always comedy, and I'm like, I've done comedy. I can't help but like want to get absurd, but that's different from like jokey, funny. I would love to not have to exist in that place. So
have you seen that show called I Think You Should Leave on Netflix?
No. Is that the Charlie Kaufman one?
No. It's it's Tim. It's called I Think You Should Leave. And it is
the sketch comedy show. Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen.
Did you like it?
I liked about half of it. I think that it's
Okay.
I when I first saw that guy, it was on that Netflix special where it was a bunch of
Detroiters.
the what is it? No, not
Detroiter?
Detroiters. Before that, it was like he had like an episode of it was like a sketch comedy thing, but each episode focused on a single comedian.
Oh, it's called Gash or something.
I don't
Gorsh.
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly, but
Yeah.
but he was my favorite guy of all of the people in that show, and I remember just thinking, holy shit, how funny it was. But
Gash.
there's kind of like a structure to it's like if he were a musician, there's kind of a structure to like almost all of the sketches that starts to I can't really do it in like a high concentration because it's generally like a room full of people and he's like losing his shit, but it builds. And then there's always people around him kind of looking at him weird as he gets weirder and more and louder. And then it ends. And it's funny to me sometimes. And a lot of times it's like, well, here it goes again. he's going to start yelling. And
It's like, I feel like as a show writer, as a comedian yourself, I consider you to be a comedian, not a stand-up comedian, but you have a strong understanding of comedy and structure and humor and all this stuff. Do you find that like you spend a lot of time kind of evaluating, like much like a construction worker evaluates, like when they walk into a building and they look around the building, they go, "Oh, that looks good." That
they're
looks bad.
kicking the walls and like slamming doors and shit.
Do you feel like that's what you do with when you watch like a comedy show where you go, "Okay, I get what they're doing next. I get it."
I try not to. I love just enjoying stuff. I think after the fact, if I either like really hate something or if I really love something, after the fact, I'll start to like maybe try and break it down. But I try to tell myself, just shut the fuck up and just enjoy it when it's happening. I think that it's really important for me to just be able to enjoy things the way that you used to before your brain thought it knew everything.
Right.
So it's it's not always I'm not always successful in it, but
Right.
yeah. So I'll watch a movie, and sometimes I'll catch myself being what was the last thing that I saw? The things that are like really fresh in my brain. I haven't been watching a lot of shows, sitting down to like truly watch something. I'll have stuff on in the background. I love having like a bunch of like horror movies on in the background, but I'm not like paying attention. I love when it's time to like truly watch something. The last things that I watched were the Batman and some episodes of Severance, the Apple TV show Severance.
I haven't seen that. I should check it out.
Severance is, of the stuff that I've seen, I've only seen a few episodes, one of the fucking coolest, mind-blowing concepts. Like, it's so well done. It's so well done. The premise, I just, watching it, I'm just like, I've never seen this before. I've never seen anything like this before. This is just fucking amazing. In fact, it's funny that you bring that up because I definitely did maybe ruin my experience and the experience of my viewing partner at the time. and I apologize. And I apologize because I literally kept turning. I kept turning to her and saying, like, or just looking at her, like, for like under, just like a sense of connecting of like, holy shit, do you get how fucking mind blowing this is? Holy shit, this is so cool. Oh my god. So I need to watch it again because I really...
But that's cool that you have that amazing reaction. That's really beautiful.
Okay, so are you saying, do you feel that, like, do you feel that enough? Like watching
Yeah,
things...
sometimes. I mean, no, I do. I mean, but I'm kind of like I like earnest
Like
earnest
Ernest Goes to
attempts.
Camp? Oh, wait.
I love Ernest Goes to Camp. No, I love earnest attempts at making shit. So it doesn't even always have to be that good. Like if I feel like it feels like sincere, you know? But I mean, I watched some shows sometimes and I like go, it would have been funnier if they would have said this. You know, and it's like, and it all comes from having written a bunch of shit or writing comedy or writing shows or writing things. And I am not a good I am not like a professional. You know what I mean? I'm just some fucking dude. But when you're watching shit and you kind of get into the constructing of storytelling and humor and all this shit, you start to really see that a lot of shows rely on, I don't know, things that keep it moving along, but it's like there's so much art that's missing. It's like, wow, they spent a lot of money on this. I wish they would have spent money on the fucking writers. but
Yeah.
but that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, I was just wondering, did you see that movie Malevolent?
Wait, Malignant or Malevolent?
Malignant.
Yes, I saw Malignant. What'd you think of it?
That little head coming out of the back.
don't spoil it for people.
No, but you know what? I could see you loving.
Dude,
loving
okay. I should have not liked Malignant based on I think James Wan. I loved a lot of the like early Saw movies, but I loved them because of how bad they were. Malignant is close to that, but is also somehow brilliant and just it's so goddamn entertaining, and I don't know. I always, anytime I think of Malignant, I'm obsessed with finding out or knowing what James Wan thinks of Malignant.
Right.
You know what I mean? Does he think like, I have made something so serious and it's like an expression of mine? Or is he like, holy shit, I had so much fun making the dumbest fucking thing. I can like either way. Because kind of like with Troll 2, did you see like Best Worst Movie?
Yes, it's amazing.
That director, that Italian dude, he did not enjoy people laughing at his movie. Like
that's just like, I mean, it's interesting because like that, like Tommy Wiseau, when he was showing The Room, he made a serious film and then everybody was laughing and he's like, oh yeah, it's a comedy.
Yeah. This
interesting.
Troll 2 guy did not go that route. He was just like, how dare they laugh at my masterpiece?
Yeah, a total masterpiece. I don't know if you saw the Danzig movie, but it is so fucking horrible.
Yes.
Too.
Dude, I was at the LA premiere. Danzig was there.
And he's like, kind of weird you guys are laughing at it, but I guess that's cool.
Yeah. So they had like an Arizona showing of Verotica. Verotica is the name of the movie, and he used to have a comic label, I think, which was called Verotic.
Yeah, he did.
But they had a premiere, I think, in Arizona. So he had already seen people laughing at his movie. So when he came to LA, he knew that it was going to get that reaction because of like the reviews too. You'd see reviews that were they were saying this is the most entertaining piece of garbage ever made. So he didn't really go the Tommy Wiseau route, but he knew that people were going to be laughing. So after the movie, he comes out, he does like a Q&A, and he talks about how, he kind of what you said is like, I noticed that, people will laugh at, certain parts of the movie. And then he started talking about a scene where he's like, but there's that scene where the lady, is eating the heart, the queen at the end, and no one laughs because they're like, they've never seen something so fucked up. And I was just like, no, we laughed. Like the whole audience was laughing, but he's holding on to some sense of there being something genuinely terrifying in this movie. And
the only thing that's terrifying is that to think that there's a room full of people helping make that movie and none of them said anything to him. Like, hey, this is a bad idea.
Would you have said anything to him though? Because I love that he made that
No, you
movie.
gotta just let him do his thing, man. Fuck it. Just let him do his dumb shit and just be like, just get your little paycheck and get your Hot Topic gift card that he paid you in and fucking just cruise.
How much could that have cost? Because I think that there should be a government fund for certain filmmakers to constantly put a movie out once a year. You know,
I think that people with Down
Danzig
syndrome
is one of them.
I think that people with Down syndrome and people with like different disabilities should be given the chance to make films because
Everybody.
I don't know if you saw Sam and Maddie's zombie spring break zombie massacre, but it was two best friends that have Down syndrome and they made this zombie film and it is fucking insane.
I haven't seen it.
They wrote it, they created it. I helped. I went out there and helped one day. It is nuts, man. And I just like, I don't know. I just want something new, something different. And, you know, I guess Danzig is providing that. I think that.
Oh, I would not have changed a single thing. As awful as everything was, it's coming from such a genuine place. You know, whether or not it's delusional or what.
It's ultra delusional. It's like insanely delusional. But you know what?
But more entertaining than like, I don't know. What did I see? I saw what, the Eternals. I guess I saw it.
But how much cooler would it have been if Danzig was the director?
Oh, it would. I don't know about cooler, but way the fuck more memorable. Way the fuck more memorable.
Oh my god, dude! I love this. This is fun. So you went to that.
Remember the one where in Veronica where the face ripper, the girl would steal. She was like a stripper and she would steal faces, and then like 90% of it was just her like dancing with someone's face on their face. But it starts off with her like stalking that lady in an alley, and she's like, I want your face. And this actress, it's like, what? My face? Not
so
my
good.
face.
I know. It was so amazing. Dude, let's make a movie.
I'm trying.
Let's make a movie.
I
want to make a movie.
You know, the trouble is, I think the trouble, I would love for something to come from, you know, you would enjoy, so my friend and I, Beef Wave, Jonathan Sims, sometimes play video games together. So a while back, I came up with an idea, like I often do, in a day, a fairly fleshed out idea, and I contacted Jonathan. He's also a writer, and I was like, Jonathan, I want you to help me, you know, get this script out of my head, and it's for an idea that is specifically written to, if we have any ideas that we think would not get, like it would help the movie not get made, the kind of stuff where people would look at it and go, no, we're not going to make this. Then it goes in the script. So we're writing a script specifically to be unproducible. It's probably never going to turn into a movie.
Right, of course.
But that makes it, I think that it's like liberating. You know what I mean? Like the idea of trying to make something that people are going to like that's the end of a good idea usually.
Yeah, I know.
Or at least an interesting idea.
Well, that's why I'm just making my own shit. Like I'm working on a stop motion horror film called Shrine of Abominations. And it's definitely not made to be on a Hollywood hit. And I'm working on some other shit too. I got another like Drawing with Skinner reboot thing I'm working on, but I don't know, just doing a bunch of shit. My neighbor, I'm supposed to take my neighbor out for beers tonight and hang out with him.
Shit! We're at 2 hours. You've made it. Holy shit, dude!
Is it okay? I don't want to bail on everything.
I'm just gonna.
I want you to know that this has been an immensely pleasurable and fun time, and that everybody's been really sweet, and it's really been kind of cool to hear people just say nice things and be
Oh,
sweet.
you might want to
And I
point out
think
the
that you're
sweetness thing.
fascinating.
They all have diabetes and they're sweating like sugar out of their pores. It's
Yeah,
kind of a
sugar
sensitive.
babies.
Yeah.
But I'm down to come back again. And thank you for just letting me wear myself out by asking you a million questions about stuff. And I hope it's okay. And I mean, I was just like immensely curious about you as a person and your life and how that all kind of came together and like what that would look like, how it looked for you, and you know, and all that stuff, and you know what that is. So
Yeah,
I appreciate
you're definitely welcome back. I also, if you before you go, if there's anything you want people to check out, can we get some links up to Skinner's Instagram and his?
Yeah, it's just at the Art of Skinner, and then the link in my bio I have like a Patreon that's going. That's pretty fun. I've been interviewing people. I'll interview you sometime too. And
Yeah, you've got some like thing going with like Blake Anderson, right?
yeah, we're supposed to start a podcast soon, but I don't know.
He was one of my turtles for a turtle short I did.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw him in Burbank after we did that, and he was
Yeah,
like,
how'd that go?
I was like,
He's all,
hey,
"Hey,
I was like, hey, Blake, good to see you. And he's like, oh, hello. And then
Yeah,
he just ran.
because he gets taught. You know, for me and you getting blasted by strangers and weirdos, like imagine him.
Blasted.
You're getting blasted, dude. But listen,
Don't blast
if you guys
strangers.
want to get my comic, that's cool. If you don't, that's fine. I sell a bunch of weird like shirts and prints and crazy
Dude, your stuff is beautiful. Before you go, let me just say your shit. I always love seeing anything that you put up there.
Oh,
It's just
thank you.
it's just coming from such a not adorable place, and I really appreciate that. There's so much cute shit in the world that it's. I think stuff like yours helps people. It helps people adjust to just horrifying, ghoulish nastiness, and also and lets them know that's okay too. You know.
Yeah, that's okay
that's
too.
more than okay. More of that, please.
Yeah, more of that. More of that. Jhonen, that's how you say your name, right? Jhonen Vasquez, right?
It is.
That's the dude, you're the best. I'm so grateful for you. You're out in the world, you're doing cool stuff. You've influenced me immensely. I appreciate you. Everybody have a really great night. Keep drawing until midnight. I'll be back again.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, he's gone. He is just full on gone. God, what a pleasant human being. I think too pleasant for this place. Apologies if anyone felt good about that. I really, really do my best to kind of like keep a certain vibe here. And so if anyone wants their money back, you know, just fax me and I'll see what I can do. Anyone? No one? Okay, I guess everyone is just running on such a high of joy after yeah. Awesome dude. And his work is incredible. I actually was trying to bring some of it up, but something's up with OBS and it's being a shit. OBS is being a shit. How are we on the go? I want to get out of here. 85? Jesus Christ. That's just where we live now, huh? We live in the 80s. I apologize for not being on top of the bloops and the subs and the people tossing bits at me. Today, I'm being helped and hindered by OBS, which has decided not to alert me. And the last couple of people I've had on have been too fascinating. And so we get very into the conversation, and I'm not watching the list, the scroll. But I'm gonna try and before I get out of here, I'm gonna try and do some call outs here. Monster just gave me 4 bits, and that is what they think I'm worth. And you know what? I think that's a lot. Mechanism. Thank you for your bits. All these people are throwing bits. Nine Tails. Oh shit. Hechi19 gifted a sub to Fizzgig. I wanted to say Fizzgig. It's really hard not to say Fizzgig. The Master Glaceon followed. This is going to take too long. I'm scrolling back. Holy shit. Thank you people for following. An anonymous cheerer cheered 1,000 bits. That's more bits than I think I've ever seen in my life. And I'm definitely going to develop, I'm going to use that money to develop a new drug to then become addicted to. Because, and still have some bits left over, because that's a lot. Oh my god, too many things. Al the Mastermind resubscribed. Warranted Light subscribed. Kev Shiro Twitchy has resubscribed. This is gonna go on forever. I can't do this. Salty Parabolas. Thank you for gifting a sub. Ninetales down there again with a single bit. A commentary on something. Thicky Smalls gifted to Conceited. Thicky Smalls, too kind. Already putting together a team to stop you. You know, you're going too far. Oh snap, Godzilla. Douchebag Gaming also resubscribing. Steph Sketch. This is not interesting to people? I'm just reading a list. But I feel like I've been completely ignoring this stuff the last 2 streams, and you know, I feel like I should do some call-outs, because without this support, I can't then immediately walk down the street and buy a burrito. And based on the amount of you know, money and stuff that people throw at me, I then go to the taco truck and I ask them. I then have all the money collected in my shirt. You know, I make it into like a little you know, a little net, and it's just filled with bits and cash. And I show, and they're like, "What would you like?" And I'm like, "How big of a burrito do this buy me?" And then they're like counting the money, and they're like, "That will buy you a burrito this big." And then they will show me, and I'm like, "I'll buy that burrito." Fantastical, holy shit, gifting the subs. Dude, I'm sorry that these bleeps aren't happening, and the bloops. Fuck the bloops, and especially the bleeps. But see, god damn it, are people doing more stuff? I'm scrolling down, I'm missing the new stuff now. Alright, I'm gonna just sum this up. Everyone who has contributed to the burrito fund, today's burrito fund, you're doing the Lord's work, the Dark Lord, the Lord's work, and just know that it's kind of hard for me to keep track, but I'm gonna draw you